All right, today we are going to talk about getting ready for Black Friday sales. Okay. Now, I did just message my contact at the UK. So, you guys will not be having any UK sales and bundles because you still have incredible promos going on right now that we've never heard of before, such as, even your customers till the end of the month can get starter kits, which includes free product in it. And you've got your retroactive if you were to hit team leader by, or the first, if you are to hit team leader by the end of November, you can be retroactively paid throughout the entire month as a team leader, which is a big increase in money. And then the other one is the first 50 to hit team leader qualifies to be able to go to Jeju with only 500,000 in volume versus 200,000 in volume. So, that's pretty exciting. But you can learn a lot from this call today, simply because you're the leaders of your country. And this is something that we do on Black Friday and different types of sales throughout the year. So we have on Facebook what is called the Ramon Difference Group. And it has been a big group. It's our team and it is for prospects and customers. Now, I would say if you are in the UK to ask your coach to allow you to go in there, but I would consider thinking about just for now making your own private prospect and customer group and taking anything you want from that group to create yours, simply because we don't want you to put a bunch of UK people in there and then be dropping all these bundles and gifts and sales and have them mad at you. So, but you can see how we run these bashes. All right. So we will be having a meeting on the 19th and we will find out what they're going to be doing for Black Friday. I do know that it's going to be similar to last year, where they will put bundles together and a bundle is dropped each day with a doorbuster prize and some kind of free ad value product. So the doorbuster prizes are super cute. It's like a fan or a headband, or, it's just something extra that Ramon does with these bundle drops. And you can get a better price on them than you would normally. And each day there's a different type of bundle dropping. So there's a hair bundle dropping or a skincare bundle dropping or, something like that. So, but the to get ready for this is now. It doesn't matter that we don't know the exact bundles. Doesn't matter at all. We need to start prepping this week to get ready for these sales. And this is, if you are in the UK, you can do all these activities as well on your social media because you can be offering starter packages with, the free product in them. I just had a teammate come on who always is, I call her the president of our bashes, and she is going to share with you what a bash is and basically what you can do this week to start preparing for it. So, there you go,
Mhm.
Lindsay. This is Lindsay. Um, okay, Lindsay, can you hear me? We
Yes,
good? All right,
yes.
you're on, woman.
Okay, so sorry for being late. I'm in the middle of helping my parents move. So here, this is how you get me today. So I'm not sure what Abby has already shared with you guys, but hold on one second. There's my screen. Okay. Bashes are super fun and it's a super great way to do multiple things. One, bring in new clients, which is always great. Two, to also take care of and continue to nurture the relationships that you do have with your current clients, and maybe even revisit clients that have it's been like a long time since they bought anything, or they're willing to try the product again because sometimes it takes a couple times to fall in love with the product, if that makes sense. Some people just need that little bit of extra buttery time. Um, Here's the thing about bashes. They are so, so good and vital for your business, but it is what you make it. So if you are kind of like giving it 50%, you're probably going to get like 15% in return. If you're giving it 110%, you're going to see really good value from it. Um, Even if that means just, reorders or maybe only having one new customer, you guys will find really good validation with bashes if you give it 100%. And I know this one's a little tricky because we don't have exact dates just yet, I think is what I'm hearing. And we don't know exactly what we're promoting and pushing. But, Black Friday everywhere for every company is always the biggest sale of the season. So really, really take time to curate and do the best you can. So here's what I recommend doing. I recommend just going in ahead and getting some. Abby, is it safe to say we can go ahead and do some like teaser posts of like, hey, something special is coming for Black Friday? Is that appropriate? Okay.
Yeah, and I got some scripts after that to give to them.
Okay,
So,
great. I
yes,
just didn't want them
absolutely.
to tease something if it wasn't 100% sure going to go forward. But obviously Remon will, so I don't know why I said that. But it would be pretty safe to say that to do those teaser posts, to definitely message your VIP clients, people that have purchased more than once is your VIP client, letting them know, hey, something exciting is really coming. Black Friday's coming. Remon has some special stuff coming. Is it okay if I send you the invite link to the bash? Even if they're already in the Remon Difference group, you still want to act like they're not in there because here's the thing. We're so bombarded with notifications on Facebook, like they may not even realize they're in that group. They may not see notifications from that group. I mean, we all hope for the best, but let's be honest. So it's kind of like you're always re-inviting them to the group. Um, so I would say go ahead and make your teaser post. Go ahead and get people excited about it. Go ahead and start messaging your VIP clients of like, hey, something special is coming. I thought of you. Is this something that you're interested in? I know, anyways, we can talk about lingo, but just go ahead and start doing that. Um, Here is the biggest tip and the biggest piece of advice that I want to give when you're doing your invite post, even if it's like, I have no idea what's being promoted, you always want to invite them by commenting below. Don't ever post the link to join for two reasons. One, um, it's just kind of spammy to just post a link. You have no way to follow up with who's joining. You have no way to follow up with who's raising their hand to be a part of this bash. So for follow-up purposes and for your VIP group chat purposes, you really need them to raise your hand. So this is just how I do it. You can certainly find your own vibe, but I always promote and I can share what I post. I always promote like, hey, this super fun bash is coming. It's invite only. I only have 10 spots. Who wants a spot? Um, Now I have unlimited spots. I know that, but we all know that people want what they can't have. So if there's a limited spot, like that lingo and that verbiage is super important to get people to raise their hand immediately. Once you have those 10 spots filled, then you're like, hey, you know what? I was able to snag 10 more spots. You kind of just add it when people, especially on Facebook, if you're a Facebooker, when they raise their hand, you're like, okay, spot number one taken by Sarah, and you tag that person. And then that way, like, it repopulates the post and it keeps it moving at the top of the feed, if that makes sense. So right now, I think your only um, intention for being prepared for this, sorry, that sun is really bright, is just making your teaser post, messaging your VIP clients, hey, I want you to have first dibs on these 10 spots or how many spots you want to create. And you guys, this is optional, but once people start raising their hand, you put them in a private VIP chat. You don't have to blow it up. You don't have to post in there all the time. That is definitely how you vibe with your clients. If they love that, you do it. If they don't, you just try to be as minimal as possible. But again, it's creating that camaraderie and that community. And it's super helpful to take the live links and just pop it in the chat. They don't have to look for it, they don't have to search for it. And it's just reminding them of what they decided to raise their hand for and be a part of. So hopefully that makes sense. This is a lot of information and we can go way more in depth with steps. And I think we probably will once we get more information about what's being released and when. But right now, just focus on your teaser post and getting people to raise their hand and then creating your VIP chat once they join and just keeping it as a bookmark, just dropping people as they join. And then once we have the official information, then you can drop all of that. So any questions?
Amazing. No, thank you, Lindsay. I know you're busy today, so I appreciate you coming out
No
here and
problem.
jumping on with us.
No problem.
Guys, Lindsay will create the most beautiful graphics you've ever seen. When people are in the group, she gives them, when we know basically what will happen is once we know our bundles and the exact days they're going to drop, we will give a heads up to people and we will have live presenters going live each day in the group to talk about the products that are in the bundle. So you don't have to be doing any kind of selling yourself. If you have your VIP chat group on Messenger, all you have to do is take the link and drop it in your Messenger, and then they go into the group and watch. And we're calling for engagement in that group. When you see that live presenter go on live, you're commenting. And we have, look, 7.5 thousand members in the group. We have just third partied your butt like crazy that this works. And here's what everybody's thinking about it.
And Abby, I did forget one important feature, and this is completely optional. This is not like our bashes where we do a buy-in and we do prizes because we feel like the bundles for Black Friday will be enough of a prize and a win for our clients. So this is completely optional. Another way to get people excited and enticed to raise their hand and say yes is you do your own little VIP chat giveaway. It's like, hey, the goal here is to, give you the information you need, share the bundles, get you excited for the holidays, gift for yourself, gift for somebody else. But I'm going to be doing my own giveaway at the end of the bash and give your three, like, this is how you enter. Comment on the live videos and tag me. If you make a purchase, and then if you, stay engaged in this group, it's completely optional, but I know that can be super helpful to get people involved and excited and to raise their hand.
Perfect.
That's it.
Yep. That's huge. That's a big one to having your groups. And we can also, when we do another training on this, show you what that looks like an example of it. So, first thing is if you are in North America or not, I mean, if you want in this group, make sure that you reach out to your nearest team leader or director and ask them to invite you in. If you are in this group, but you have been just slacking like me on actually putting your customers or prospects in here, let me remind you that we never invite people through the invite button.
Okay, come down here.
Don't invite people through the invite button. We won't accept it. This is a personal conversation of you asking them if they, hold on, can everybody make sure their phone is muted? Or because I can't see, I'm on a share screen. But this is you engaging with people and saying, hey, I have a huge Black Friday, or just, hey, I have a group that goes over all the products and lots of testimonies. Would love for you to join. I'm going to send you the invite link. Put my first and last name on the question when it asks you who your sponsor is. Because if we don't see your first and last name, they'll get denied. So it's like a personal transaction between you two, because we don't want people spam inviting, because you're going to lose the sale. You're not going to know who joined, who connected. This is for you to create sales. So we're training that behavior. So that's why when Lindsay said, don't ever drop links, because you can't be personal with someone if you don't know who joined, if you don't have them in your VIP group. So the way to share this with someone is to go into the group and hit share and then hit copy link. And then in the messenger, you're going to say, hey, we have a huge Black Friday bash coming up where we're going to be dropping all the promos and bundles and free gifts. This is the group. When you enter in, put my first and last name on there. Let me know after you do that. And then, guys, this group starts getting massive with people waiting to get in. Text your nearest team leader or director the names of the people that you have invited, and they will get in there and accept it right away so they don't have to wait. Okay. Run that through Messenger. So something else that I wanted to just go over today. Let me unspotlight here. Please view gallery. Is, right now, whether you are in the UK or the US, would you like to work? Today's the 17th. Would you like to work really hard this week or next week? I don't know about you, but I would like my daughter's off school next Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. So I want to do the brunt of the heavy lifting and the work to get ready this week. If you work to get ready, you will have a much better paycheck by the end of Black Friday. Okay. I promise you, if you don't prepare for it now, it'll miss and it'll just be normal. But if you work to get ready for it, you will have one of your biggest months, but the work goes in this week. So on our YouTube channel, there was a power hour last Monday with Christy Bellison on getting ready for Black Friday. This morning, there is a power hour with Bree on getting ready. But I'll get that recording up on our YouTube as soon as we can. If you don't have the link to our YouTube channel where we host all our overviews, team trainings, orientations, make sure you ask your coach for that. Everybody on this call should have that. So, but you can go back and do those recordings and get ready. So right now you're thinking, if you're brand new, I need to build my list of people to reach out to. Whether you're having a bundle drop or not makes no difference. People are looking to buy presents. People are looking to spend money. And if you have access, which anybody from the UK does, to the starter kits, you have some free product in there. So you want to start creating a list right now of who you're going to be reaching out to. Okay. The other thing that I did today, which I've never done before, but I realize a lot of people are not on Facebook or they're not engaged on Facebook. So something new that I'm going to try is I created a channel this morning. I'm late to the game. Okay, I'd never done the threads or channel on Instagram. So if you're a noob like me, here's what you do. You open up your Chat GPT and you say, how do I create a channel for Black Friday? Or how do I create a channel for prospects to Ramon? Basically, it's something that people who want to follow what you have to offer can opt into. Because if you are putting out Ramon content left and right, you have sold out to a company and not your brand. All right. People want to follow you for who you are as a brand. And I see too many people get started with this business and they just go make a page and they just product, brand, and you're not separated from the thousands of other people doing that. But people want to buy from people they know, like, and trust. And so you want to be encompassing who you are. You know, I'm a mom. I share my faith. I share business and leadership. I also drop makeup stuff here and there. I also talk about skincare here and there. I share about being a former athlete. I share about the pillars of me that I want to attract people to me. If you're 50 and above, share funny things about being 50 and above. If you're getting ready to go into like perimenopause, there's a whole lot of memes and funny things out there about that. Like, and by the way, anybody over 40 kind of has more money than people under 20. So, how are you going to attract that in there, right? Who are you? And why would someone buy from you instead of her? How do you captivate your audience instead of this faceless page who they don't know who they're buying from? Does that make sense? So, having a channel where you want to be dropping, or a thread or something off your Instagram where you want to be dropping lots of things about Ramon, but you don't want to saturate your wall with it, is a really good idea for Instagram, and they're highly effective. So, me and my ChatGPT worked this morning to set one up, and I'm giving it a little go. I'm not doing nothing permanent. I'm going to explore it and see how it goes. And I set up a channel called Glow Up Black Friday Deals. And then I put a little storyline up asking who wants to opt in. So here's what I'm going to do for you guys who are Instagram heavy. When we have a live presenter going into the Riemann Difference group and presenting that day, I'm going to download it and then I'm going to upload it so that you can take that link from our YouTube channel and drop it in your Instagram. Okay, because that plays nicer with YouTube than it does a Facebook link. And if you're on Instagram, your goal is not to get them to go back over to Facebook. So there's going to be a lot of people that I know we have some IG girls on here. Like, I know you don't really want to take all your Instagram followers and put them in a Facebook group, and they don't want that either. So I'm just going to work to that week download the content so you can upload it and you create your own VIP list where you're getting to drop those specials and those content and those third party. You know, you miss out on the third party credibility of having 7,000 people in there and lots of comments. However, they've opted into your group, they've put their hand up, and you can just take those third party videos and be dropping them into a channel. So, you can set that up. So, this in your storylines right now, you can talk about big Black Friday deals coming, more information coming, more bundles coming, Christmas gift ideas coming, and then you can make your VIP list through Messenger, and those people you can directly send back to Facebook when the presenters are there, or you can make a VIP list on Instagram through a thread group or a private group, and then you can be dropping that value and that content in there. Okay, so one very important thing to think about today is, are you a senior manager yet? Are you a senior manager yet? How much further do you have to go? What is it going to take to get you there? Because I looked at a graphic this morning. Okay. And if you are a planner with 10 customers who buy I'm sorry, 200 in BP bonus points, that's the BP on it. You have 200 BP, 10 customers with 200 BP, you make $300. A manager with 10 customers, 200 BP, they make $500. A senior manager with 10 customers, and this is the average, an average order of 200 BP for each of these 10 customers, to clarify. Senior manager with 10 customers at an average order of 200 BP, $700. Do you see the difference between being a planner and approaching a sales day versus being a senior manager and approaching a sales day? They both do the same amount of work, and the planner makes $300 and the senior manager makes $700. Same exact sales. Okay. So if you're not in those conversations, if you're not having those reach outs, I just want to encourage you, like it's go time. You have the positioning right now, you have the best product in the world. It works. Are you working? Can you set a short-term goal and race to get there? Guys, in my experience, that's one K-pop party with 6 to 8 people there, where you introduce the skincare line and maybe some 4D luster cushions. Because if you introduce the 4D luster cushions and some lip colors at your K-pop party, your average sale goes from about 300 to 500. Okay. So do you need to have a K-pop party this Thursday? You know, people respond way better to coming to your party within 48 hours. You don't need a big charcuterie. You don't need a housemaid. You don't need a bunch of drinks, bottled water. Set your skincare up. Take people through the ritual. Get the makeup on their face. Or if you don't have makeup, don't worry about it. You want them all doing the skincare first anyway. By the way, every makeup post that I make, I backdoor in it to the skincare. I think it's really easy to demo the makeup. I do makeup videos and people comment, I want the makeup. And then I go get in a personal message with them and I say, but have you tried the skincare yet? Oh, no, 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 no. You need to start at the skincare. The makeup will only enhance what the skincare does. So you're lucky. I mean, in a way, you want to lead with skincare and you want everybody on the skincare because their face is going to glow up. And the 4D luster cushion, it enhances what's already been healed. It doesn't cover up the glow, it enhances the glow. So you want the glow. So we need to start everyone out on skincare. Um, so what do you need to do to get to senior manager? Do you have teammates that are sitting at, 3,400? They're a little over manager and they could really push this week. We just want everybody who's looking to make income off Black Friday to hit that man. Even a manager would make 500, senior manager 700 if we did that equation. We want people to get up past planner. It's chump change at planner. Sorry, but you want to get to manager, you want to get to senior manager. When you bring someone new on, you want to be intense about helping them get to manager, senior manager, so they can unlock income here with the world's #1 Korean skincare. And Black Friday, it is a great sales day. It is some good money, some good income. You get paid in December. It is a beautiful thing coming into Christmas, but this is the week. This is the week you work it. This is the week you get ready for it. So, and then to remind you too, we have retail bonuses. We don't go over this a lot because it's complicated when we're sharing the business and the comp plans, but we have retail bonuses where if you hit 1,000 in SP, you get an extra 5% off of your retail commissions. If you hit 2,000 in SP, you get an extra 10% off your retail commissions. So that really drives up your sales too. And right now, everybody's running for Costa Rica with the travel points. And if you were to bring in 40 active personal customers this month, you get 100 travel points. So that's another just little divvy on the table. So I'd be talking right now about Black Friday coming. I'd be talking about a lot about gifts. Would you want to team up with a couple people, a boutique, and do a shopping day, a gift day? Is there a boutique you can go into and take your skincare? Like think about the videos you could do with young girls all crazed about Korean skincare, wanting gifts, stocking stuffers, show things that are stocking stuffers. Get people thinking right now, they're probably more thinking about themselves with Black Friday. I don't know about you, but my Instagram really seems to put in front of me everything I want. on Black Friday. So keep talking about what you love, what you're going to get yourself, but what you're going to get for others. And it's such a good gift. It's the gift of glow. So that is all that I'm going to go through today on this call. I'm going to stop the recording and open it up for any questions.